Greetings everybody and welcome to another video. It's Umber Rays here today to talk to you about Wotv, War of the Visions and everything like that. And you just saw a weird little pop-up there. We're going to talk about it in a second. And I know some people out there super interested in Zac and all the rebirth stuff. I will be getting to it in due time. There's a bunch of stuff today. So the anniversary is here on JP, and some players have been wondering about starting on JP accounts. Some people have even been wondering about spending money on JP accounts and exactly how that would work and whether it was even worth it. And personally, no, I don't particularly agree with spending money on this game, especially after what happened with Global. But disposable income on JP is pretty solid right now. So like JP players are supporting the game and are still interested in supporting the game. And I would imagine that Rebirth will be successful enough to continue the game into the future. So before we go any further with all of that stuff, let's just get that out of the way. I think that, it's a personal choice whether or not you want to spend money on this game, whether you think it's worth it for a character such as Zac or the new Vision card or anything like that. That's all up to you. Now, with that being said, there is a new thing here on JP today that I do want to show off, which is the Webshop. The Webshop is a brand new feature that has been added to JP. As you can see, it's done through the Square Enix bridge. And so how does it work? The Webshop is just like a basic web page, as you can see here. It isn't really fancy at all. It just has all of this stuff listed on here. Secondly, the next thing to note is that the prices really aren't different from just buying it in app. This is a little bit disappointing because honestly, I figured that they would be trying to push this to be more enticing for players to actually get, given that, they don't have to pay the fees to Google Play, so they should be passing on some kind of bonus to the consumer, whether that's just a little bit cheaper of pricing because it's all made of fictional currency anyway, or just more resources for what you were spending. But that doesn't seem to be the case right now. So successful as it may be or may not be, that is kind of the ins and outs of the web shop that I am seeing right now. The other thing that is noteworthy, you do need to have your account linked through a Square Enix bridge or a Square Enix account. You do need to make a Square Enix account to tie your Wotv account to be able to access. And in general, I'd say it is pretty well worth it because you go down to the very bottom and we have some free gifts. We have 300 lapis for free. That's pretty nice. We have a nice little set here with some stuff in it to help you play the game. And you have a UR selector ticket, which is a nice gift as well. And it goes all the way up to UR Young O. That's right. It's not a series of words that is meant to be confusing. Young O, the new version of him, you can select a unit right up until there. So new players from Global will probably want to do this. Now, we get to the really important thing of note. Somebody has already tested this, trying to access it from another region. You do need a VPN to access this website, which is a little bit of the downside, but as we all know from this point, once you have the app installed on your phone, you can play it without a VPN. You can create your Square Enix account, tie it to the game, and then just use a VPN on your computer and access this page. Now, that all being said, this is basically just a tutorial for how to do this kind of thing and show that if you are a global refugee and you really, you got the disposable income, you're fine with it, you're kind of saying caution to the wind, I'm fine with whatever this ends up being, long-term or short-term, well, then here you go. You can now purchase these resources directly through their web store as opposed to going through Google or Apple. There you go. So yeah. As for to basically just to summarize it up, This web store is open. It is accessible right now. You do need to have a Square Enix account tied to your JP Wotv account to be able to log, and you do have to log into this. From there, you can just buy what you want from here. You can get the freebies very easy. It was incredibly easy for me to do and just have on my account. You just have to accept them in your inbox for some things, and for like items, you have to go in there and make sure that you accept them. But for accessing this page from a different region, you will need a VPN. So please remember that if you're going to do this, if you're going to do any of this, purchase responsibly, because if you really wanted to, I mean, like Zach, probably going to take you more than 5,000 paid lapis. That's about $100. You can easily just go buy yourself Rebirth for that price, like that. Okay. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents in there with the information. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Later.